Welcome to the Pirate Skills meetup. This time all about getting started with LinkedIn ads. I'm super excited about this topic, as I pretty am sure I am about every topic, because we discuss nerdy marketing stuff here at Pirate Skills, and the impact of LinkedIn ads for me was simply like lights on, lights off. Just let me show you real-term results from the Pirate Skills page. This is just from the content promotion campaign, not even talking about performance campaign. You see the orange line is ads on, ads off. The blue line is our organic reach based on 1,300 followers. We get about 8,000 impressions over 30 days. Could be better, but we are growing slowly. So page growth on LinkedIn is pretty slow usually until you hit the 10,000 and above range. Then the organic growth picks up. But you can see that if we turn on the ads, the impressions are 5 times as high. So now it's your guess. How much are we spending to reach this in the last 30 days? How much did we spend to get 5 times more impressions than organically? You're probably thinking LinkedIn ads, that's super expensive, but nope, let me show you the other campaigns that did that. It was just €233 and we got an additional 18,000 impressions. So I really just love this result, and it shows you that using LinkedIn, especially when you don't have tens of thousands of followers on LinkedIn, is a way just to switch on the light, switch on the reach. And I really want to share today my best practices, what I've learned so far. And I'm nowhere near the end of the journey to master LinkedIn ads, but I want to share with you what has worked for me and in the projects that I work with. So just to give you a brief overview of what we are up to today. First of all, I want to clarify for you, like, are LinkedIn ads right for you? Why am I convinced that it is a great fit for certain B2B businesses and even B2C businesses? And then we're going to talk about the thing that makes LinkedIn ads so super interesting, that those are the B2B targeting options that are simply not available anywhere else, like company growth, company size, job functions, job titles. Yes, some of that stuff is available on Facebook, but they are simply not the people with the right mindset in this moment to do business with you. Then I want to make it very concrete and build one content promotion campaign with you step by step. And at the end, we're going to talk about the more advanced stuff on how to optimize your LinkedIn ads by, for example, implementing conversion tracking and how to interpret the results that you might see in your ads manager. And as always, at the end, the LinkedIn Q&A. Please feel free to ask your questions through Slido or through the comments if you watch this later, and we will get into the comments and answer them there. The first question is, are LinkedIn ads right for you? All of us have seen LinkedIn ads. The most dominant form are just promoted posts that look as if they are part of the newsfeed. They look pretty normal, like every other post. Some of them have like call to actions button below it, like this Shopify ad that you can see on the screen right now. And those are all coming out of the LinkedIn Campaign Manager. And here you can see a couple of my own ads. We use LinkedIn ads to promote our video cuts that we have. And here you can see how much money we spent in the past 30 days on each of the posts. How much reach we got, how much clicks, views, how much percent was clicked. And we're going to go into this a little bit deeper. But as with Facebook ads, you have this campaign manager backend from which you can control everything, decide how much you want to spend and where and to whom you want to show what in which format. For who is this good for? I think LinkedIn ads are a really good fit for you if you have a customer lifetime value that is higher than €500. That means if what people are buying either costs or leave you more than €500 that you can reinvest into marketing. Anything below that is possible, but it's really hard because it's so expensive to get traffic off LinkedIn. Usually includes most B2B services that are in most cases beyond the €500 mark per service in a given time frame. And what also works if you have professional services for end customers, but those again should be priced at least over a period of 3 to 6 months, in at least at €500, ideally above. That might even give you ideas on how to do a more high-priced offer that you can then position for businesses or CEOs and career hunters on LinkedIn. One of the best reasons to go to LinkedIn is because you can do very specific targeting. For example, like job title targeting, functions, industry, company size, etc. And if your business is really looking for those abilities to target, if you're thinking in those dimensions, this is also a very good sign that LinkedIn is the shit for you. And one last thing, LinkedIn doesn't work very well if you just have to sell off stuff. Yeah, if you have a widget, even if it costs €500, you just want to sell it. Hasn't been working, at least for me, so well. It's more focused on, it works way better if you go for lead generation, lead nurturing, trust building, and then selling stuff. Yeah, can be completely automated, but doesn't need to be. Can be absolutely high touch, professional account-based marketing or sales. Yeah, but direct selling, not working so well. Focus on lead generation. Yeah, that's the sweet spot here. We usually like to take a real-world case study. During the last 4 meetups, we used Monday Rocks as a case study just to make it more real, to think about why is LinkedIn ads a good fit for them. So they are an app that helps you to manage your teamwork more successfully. And you can check them out at monday.rocks. They are a startup from Düsseldorf, Germany. And for them, they are mostly focusing on people who are working in HR or team leaders or the CEOs of the company. And those people might be very sensitive to the topic of how their team is working together, what makes them tick, what is a good personality type structure to add to your team. And so I think they're thinking in company size, or how many employees does a company have to have a need for such an app. They think about company growth, for example. And so this is a really great fit, because even though the entry price is around the €300 mark, it's very likely that multiple people from one company want to join and get access to this app. And they also have a consulting backend, which goes way beyond the €500 mark. And that makes it also very valuable for them to really build not only their page, but each individual team member as a powerful influencer on LinkedIn. But as I said in other meetups before, the requirement is that you have a LinkedIn company page. If you don't have one, you have to create one right away, because you cannot promote the post from your personal profile. I don't know why LinkedIn has made this decision, but it's simply a fact that it's only possible for your campaign. For me, I really prefer working 80% of my time on the profile compared to the company pages. But LinkedIn ads are a great argument to really go and care for your company page and push content there. The first thing that you have to do is to create a LinkedIn page and then create an advertising account. So what do you need to do for that? On every company page, you can click in the top right corner on this work burger menu, and then it shows you a little tab saying advertising. And this advertising tab, if you don't have an account, usually leads you to their onboarding page for LinkedIn ads. Just sign up there, and it's really a simple process. If you already have a LinkedIn account or are invited into any other, you will see the overview of your LinkedIn ad accounts. And if you want more information, if you want to see what LinkedIn is saying about their ads and opportunities, I put that link on the slides. And if you have downloaded the slides, you can just click on the link and it leads you immediately there. So again, understanding what a good fit for LinkedIn is also depends on your expectations. So I really want to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. And let me give you an example of what I think is a reasonable starter budget for LinkedIn ads. So we have €1,500 per month. These are €50 per day. The actual minimum on LinkedIn is €10 per day, but it's really hard to learn on that minimum budget. It's really good enough for the content promotion, but not for any type of performance campaigns. So what do you get for 1,500 euro? You can expect 300 clicks. It's not Facebook. For Facebook, I would expect 1,500 clicks and more because click prices are usually below 1 euro. And even in B2B. That means you have to consider that you are going to pay like $5 per click. And I've seen $4 and I've seen $12. And I would say 5 is a reasonable expectation at the beginning. At a normal decent click-through rate of 1%, that means 1,000 people see it, 10 people click, that's a 1% click-through rate. Those 300 people, let's just assume they all land on your landing page because your landing page is loading awesomely fast and nobody just jumped off. 20 people at a 7% conversion rate may become leads. You offer a nice lead magnet, offer a webinar, offer a free call, something like that. It is reasonable to expect that you can generate a qualified, marketing qualified lead at around $75. Yes, it's possible to do it cheaper, but I've seen it more expensive more often than not. So a 7% conversion rate is not unreasonable from traffic to leads. Then maybe you get to sell 3 people your product. Yeah, depending on how high touch your sales cycle is. I think 3 out of 20 can be done strongly with automations, and maybe with a human involved, you can get above that. But even if you do it at a large scale, going beyond 50% conversion rate from people who are interested in what you're selling and actually selling it to them, that is already pretty awesome. A 500 euro cost per customer, yeah, is really reasonable. And that makes you see why the 500 euro margin or customer lifetime value is so essential, because if you don't get that, it's just not fun, yeah, on LinkedIn. But if you're beyond that, you can have a lot of fun on a channel that is not that oversaturated yet, like Facebook ads, like Google ads. And it's a place where you can really stand out and be unique, and where people are in the mindset to do actual business. This is the most fun part about LinkedIn. Social network where people want to work together and work on their careers together and do business together. It's a great place to be in 2020. If that fits for you, then you are a good match for LinkedIn ads. Let's take that as a given. What's the next step? Now you have to consider, who do you want to target in your B2B audience? Let's just assume that you're primarily in a B2B segment. And then we look at targeting options, how to promote stuff, how to set up advanced pixel tracking and that kind of stuff in the upcoming videos.